Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're watching me from. This is Amongoro. Kindly subscribe, share, and like my YouTube channel. My YouTube name is Amongoro. Now, there is a lot of things that are going on in each and every person's life right now. The economy is getting worse every minute. Life is getting tough every minute. Kila kuchao mambo inabadilika. So what am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say here, there are some adjustments that we need to make by all means if we want to survive this economic difficult crisis. If we want to manage these economic hard times, we need to make some adjustments. We need to sit down and talk as a family. We need to sit down and talk as responsible adults. Now, things are tough for everyone. Everybody is going through something. Even the rich are crying. I have businesses are shutting down. People are getting laid off. The money that we're getting, the salary is not enough. The salary is exhausted with all these things that are supposed to be done, and the salary is not going any higher, it's going down instead. Now, to avoid unnecessary pressure, we need to do some adjustments like mature people. If you want to be, sail through these difficult times, we need to make some adjustment to our lives, to our family, to our norms. There's some routine, things that we're accustomed to as a family. We need to cut down some expenses. And I'm here to help a brother or a sister, including myself. These are some of the things that I'm working on a serious note. So I'm here to tell you how to avoid unnecessary pressure. Number one, I had friends who were taking their children to very expensive private schools. Guess what? Now they have adjusted. They have enrolled them in public schools. What am I trying to say? I'm not saying everybody, but put your kids in schools you can afford, because expensive schools don't guarantee good results. Just ensure they attend a good, affordable school. Taking your children to expensive schools is not a guarantee that they will get good grades. So put your children in a good, affordable school. Just ensure they attend a good, affordable school. Expensive schools don't guarantee good results. So, adjustment number one, put our children in schools that we can afford. Don't follow your peers. Don't follow your colleagues. Don't follow your neighbor. Don't follow what your relatives are sending their children to private schools and expensive schools. Do you? You know your salary. You know your financial mantle. You know your financial ability. So let's put our children to schools where we can afford, in a good school. Number two, rent an apartment you can pay for conveniently. Don't live in a house you struggle to pay your rent. If you are living in a house whereby you are struggling to pay rent, then you are in a wrong apartment or in a wrong house. My brother, pay rent. Rent an apartment that you can pay rent comfortably without struggling. If you are struggling to pay your rent every month, every year, then my brother, that is not your place. Don't go rent a place in green suburbs areas just to embezzle your colleagues, to embezzle your relatives, to embezzle whoever. My brother, at the end of the day, you are not embezzling anybody. You're just killing yourself financially slowly. Lower your expectations. And guess what? Move to a neighborhood where they have decent houses but affordable. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that you start living in shanty houses. No. Move your family to a place where there is good units and yet affordable. These are some of the adjustments that we need to make. If you are living in a 70,000 house, my brother, my sister, make an adjustment. You can find a 18,000 house, somewhere an apartment which is nice and affordable. At the end of the day, it depends with us. Not everyone else that you're trying to embrace. Number 3, let us plan our lives and live within our means. Save more money and spend less. Let us plan, and if you don't plan your life properly, my brother, my sister, you're planning to fail. So let us plan our lives and live within our means. Save more and spend less. Let us work towards a means or a method of saving more money than spending. If your earning is 50,000, and once you get the paycheck, that paycheck is consumed, all of it, then you start all over borrowing. My brother, my sister, lower your expectation. Live according to your means. Save even 100 shillings for tough times. Number 4, some women buy food for their children every morning before going to school, or even for the whole family. Do you know it is cheaper to cook at home? There are people who have a habit of buying food for the entire family, even their own children, every morning before they go to school. And some of them buy for the entire family before leaving for work. And that question I want to ask you, my sister, just because your nails, you don't want them to get dirty. You don't want your nails to be messed up. But do you know that cooking at home is cheaper than buying food from outside? I'm not saying that you can avoid buying food. Buy meat and come cook. Buy hunger, buy potatoes. Buy stuff, cook at home. It will be cheaper than you buying food for your entire family ready-made. Just because you don't want your nails to get dirty, or you say, oh, I'm blessed. But eating and cooking at home is cheaper. Believe me. Try it and you'll thank me later. Number 5, some people don't earn much. Some people's salary is so little. They don't earn much, but have DSTV at home. Their salary is so little, and yet they have what? A DSTV at home. Go for GoTV and upgrade when your income upgrades. It is still the same CNN anyway. The same channels that you watch, the same channel that you watch on GoTV are the same ones you watch where? On DSTV. I'm talking about your salary. If you can afford it, hey, leave it. But if you are struggling every month to pay your bills, then my brother, lower your expectations. What that means, you are living beyond your means. And you are not here to impress anyone at the end of the day. So live according to your means. let your salary determine on which lifestyle you should live. Number 6, eat healthy meals. Eat healthy meals and protect your family from mosquitoes to avoid going to the hospital always. Hygiene is key. Eat healthy meals. Teach your children how to wash their hands after use of the washrooms, or when they touch things in public, or even at home. Teach your children hygiene to avoid going to the hospital always, because your money will be spent there. You're making money for someone, and yet it's something that you can control. Number 7, take advantage of food and fruits in season. If it's a mango time, those are the fruits you should be eating, because guess what? They're cheaper. It is cheaper, and you can be creative to create amazing meals. Buy, enjoy, eat the fruits that are in season. Reason being, they are cheaper. Also, you can be creative. You can blend it, you can eat it, you can make a fruit cocktail. You can be creative. Take advantage of food that is in season. The food that is in season, take advantage of it. And the fruit, take advantage of it. Don't wait until now, this is a high season. That's when you start buying chicken, you start buying goat for Christmas. It will be so expensive. So take advantage of food and fruit in season at that time. Take advantage, it's cheaper, and be creative. Number 8, don't copy your neighbor's lifestyle. Stop copying and paste your neighbor's lifestyle, your friend's lifestyle, your relative's lifestyle. I met a lady recently who was telling me, my cousin lives in Westlands. My cousin lives in, Lunda. My cousin lives in Taiga. And yet, the cousin gets, his salary is over $1 million. And yet, the person talking, her salary is 20,000. Now, how you start living a lifestyle to impress your relatives when you know you are struggling, and your cousin is older than you? Do you know how many years it took him to get there? It is work in progress. Work on your life now so that you smile tomorrow. So don't copy your neighbor's lifestyle. She earns well, and her husband is a big man. Now, your husband, ako hapa chini salary ni 15,000, yours is 20,000. You want to compare your life with your neighbor, whose husband is a big time, and the lady herself, her salary is 500 plus. Stop copying others. Stop copying other people's lifestyle. If your cousin is flying higher, it is his season. This is his season to fly higher. Your season is coming. Don't try to fly higher during someone else's season. It's not your season. So don't copy your neighbor's lifestyle. She earns well, and her husband is a big man who earns big. Number 9, don't follow trends. Wear clean, well-ironed clothes and keep your hair neat. You will still look good. Don't follow fashions. Don't see any fashion coming, you jump into it. It will finish you. Dress decently, you still look good. Number 10, keep your cycle small. Keep only friends that have senses. Nowadays, you can't trust people. Even your own family members can ruin your life, can damage you. Remember, your friend today can be your worst enemy tomorrow. You go do your own research. The people that are talking bad about you are the people in your family, relatives, in your cycle, or the people that you have helped before. Those are the people who are bad mouthing you out there. They're the people damaging your reputation, your name. So keep your cycle small. And guess what? Keep only friends that have sense. I used to think common sense is common. As I'm getting older, I've come to realize common sense is not common to everyone. So keep your cycle of your friends small. People cannot attack what they don't know. So keep your cycle of friends small. Number 11. Above all things, have the fear of God. Above all things, have the fear of God. Have integrity. Don't be lazy and be a prayerful person. Above all things, the fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. So fear God. Be a person of integrity, that you will not do anything and everything to succeed. Have integrity and fear God. Whatever God had planned in your life, believe me, you, my brother, my sister, it shall come to pass. It is a matter of time. This is the season of your friend, your neighbor, or relative to shine. Yours is coming. Don't rush it. Number 12. Planning is the key in this life right now. Planning is key in this life right now. If you fail to plan, then guess what? You are planning to fail. Planning is key right now. You need to sit down. Do your own calculations. Do your math. Otherwise, if you don't plan, then plan to fail. It's simple and straightforward. Planning is key. Right now, planning and adjustments is a must that we need to adjust. Even myself, there are some things that I used to do. Right now, I've made big adjustments. I'm not even doing them at all. Some of them I've cut them off because I've come to realize they don't bring anything to my life. The things that I'm struggling to maintain, and yet they are of no benefit or value to my life. Number 13, don't do more than your budget this time. Don't do more than your budget this time around. Things are tough. Sit down and plan. Do things according to your financial ability. Don't overstretch. Don't do so much. Otherwise, you will have to regret later. Right now, we are working on a budgetary, plan. Plan, have a budget. Sit down, draw a budget with your wife, and plan it according to your salary or your financial mantle. There is no award given to best family that wore an expensive cloth for the year, especially this time of the year. There is no award, there is no celebration, that there is no gold medal that is designed for a family that wear the best family expensive cloth or dress. Nothing. There is no award winning for a couple that goes to China for this Christmas. All I'm trying to do here is don't do more than you budget this time around. Things are tough. So whatever that you are planning and budgeting for has to meet your financial ability. Number 14. Don't be in competition with anyone. In short, you are not here to compete with anyone. All you're competing against is you to be better than you were yesterday, last year, and today. You are competing against yourself to be a better person. Otherwise, if you are competing with others, my brother, even your fingers are not the same. So we are not the same. And we shine in different seasons. We don't shine in the same season. So don't compete with anyone. The purpose of shoes and clothes are to make us smart and good looking. That is the purpose of wearing shoes and clothes. They're there to make us look smart and good. And they're there to cover our nakedness. So don't really compete with anyone. If someone wears a suit for 100,000, be happy for them. Be willing to clap for others so that when your season comes, they can also do the same to you. If somebody wears expensive shoes, fine. It is their season. So let them shine in their season. Yours is coming. Tomorrow is also another day. Your season may be coming tomorrow or next year. All you need to do, exercise patience of the highest order. But don't compete with anyone. You are not in a competition with anyone. Don't you ever compete even with your husband or your wife. You compete against you and you alone. Above all, may God help us as we go through this difficult time. May God be the center of our life. May God protect us. May God give us knowledge and wisdom that will help us endure these difficult times. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to make some adjustments. It is compulsory, it is necessary right now. Don't be pressured to do things outside your comfort zone. A lot of people say that if you stay in your comfort zone, you will never grow. I know, but especially right now, we have to remain in our comfort zone. And if our comfort zone is painful, it pains us, then we need to make some serious adjustments. Making some adjustments will not be easy. It's not a walk on the park. It takes sacrifices. You need to sacrifice for you to live a better life tomorrow. We have to make right choices, and without forgetting that choices have consequences. And when those consequences come, we face them head on. Ladies and gentlemen, may God help you. This is the time we need to exercise the highest level of patience. Tolerance. We need to tolerate one another. People nowadays are walking like garbage trucks. They are looking for somewhere to pour their garbage. Don't allow people to pour their garbage on you. All you need to do, be disciplined, be calm, and guess what? When people try to talk to you in a very provocative manner, avoid them by all means. Otherwise, avoiding war or avoiding a fight, it's a sign of honor, says the Almighty God. So let us try to be safe. Let us be patient with one another. Above all, love wins. Let us love one another, especially this festive season that we are in now. We can reach a family, a relative, a friend, a neighbor who is less fortunate. Those who don't have. If you can, but don't give all that you have. If you can sacrifice something small to help a neighbor, to help a friend, may God bless you. Otherwise, service to humanity, as always, is service to God. When we leave this world, what we leave behind are just but memories. Touching people is one of my greatest obligations. Touch one person. I'm not saying you touch everyone, but just one person. and God will bless you. Thank you so much for subscribing to my YouTube channel. Like always, my YouTube name is Sam Ongoro. See you in my next video. May God bless you. And from Sam Ongoro, I say bye-bye. See you and bye-bye.